Okay, so once again, good evening, everyone. I am so grateful and honored that you guys decided to come into my uh, live this evening. I know you could be 1,000 other places, and you decided to be here for the next hour, an hour and 20 minutes with me, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So again, we're going to be talking about manifesting through the power of candles and candle energy. My name is Sonia, for those of you that don't know me, and this is my page, Melanin Goddess Life. And for those that do know me, you know that I am a firm believer in the power of manifestation. I believe that it is a tool that is innately in everyone. It is a manifestation is a tool that we should all be using, and we do use it. We use it sometimes consciously and sometimes unconsciously. I want us to start tapping into using our manifestation powers and gifts consciously to manifest and bring to fruition our hopes, dreams, and desires, and to just design the life that we want for ourselves. And that's basically what a manifestation tool is. Okay, first thing, let's define what manifestation is in the spiritual definition. Basically, it is the hope. It is having a hope, dream, or desire, whether it's tangible or non-tangible, and using words, deeds, or thoughts to bring that desire to reality. Now, that's my personal definition. That's my personal definition of spiritual manifestation. It is having a hope, dream, or desire, whether it's tangible or non-tangible, and using words, deeds, or thoughts to bring that desire to reality. Now, manifestation is not some secret art. And like I said, in fact, most of us use manifestation and we don't realize that we're using it. We use it consciously, and most of us times we use it subconsciously, and we're not aware that we're actually manifesting something, because our minds are a powerful thing. And the thoughts that we put out into the universe, the energy that we put out into the universe through our deeds, through our thoughts, and through the words that we speak, are the tools that we use to manifest. Just like you can speak your existence, or life and death is in the power of the tongue. That is very true. So we also have to be mindful of the things that we put out in the universe, because we are constantly manifesting it through words, deeds, thoughts, and actions. Let's see. Now, I had spoke on that everyone has this ability to manifest, and this is true. The difference is that some people have practiced and perfected this art, and while others have chosen to maybe not discover their divine gift, or they don't use it, that's the difference. And manifestation is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you exercise it, the more it's easier for you to manifest. So if you've discovered the power of manifestation, you need to use it all the time in order to exercise that ability. Because the more you exercise it, the easier it is for you to manifest. So, okay, but in addition to that, there are also certain tools that you can use to help, I guess, elevate your manifestation abilities. So I'm going to stop right here. Does anyone have any questions so far? Because I can start rambling on and don't stop. So anybody have any questions so far about what manifestation is not, how do you discover it, what do you use it for? So I'm going to just take a pause if anybody has a question. If not, then I will keep going. I'll give it a minute or so. Okay, so I guess everybody understands what manifesting is. Okay, great. Okay. Now, since we understand what manifesting is, we also need to understand that there are certain tools that you can use and that can assist you in elevating your manifestation practices and what you're trying to do. I know some people use, and I personally use vision boards, because I believe that to see something, it helps you to manifest this. When you see something, when you have a particular thing that you want to manifest, and if you're constantly focused on it, or you see an example of it or a picture of it, that's a tool of manifestation. That's putting the thing that you're trying to manifest out into the universe. That gives you a constant visual of what you're trying to manifest, and it gives you something to focus on. So I use vision boards also. So most people know about vision boards, so most people use those. Also, writing things down carries energy. So writing something down is also a tool that you can use. But I also believe that the elements help us with manifesting. So there are 4 elements. We have water, we have the element of air, the element of earth, and the element of fire. And using those elements actually help us with manifesting. And tonight we're going to talk about candles. And I know I said candles, but in actuality, what we're talking about is the element of fire. The candle is just the vessel that we use to manifest, that holds the fire. So, for me personally, I believe fire is the most intense element to work with. Fire ignites and it intensifies anything it touches. So what better element to work with when you're trying to bring something to fruition than the most intense element of fire? That's just my personal belief. Some people may think that, water is the most intense element, or earth or air. For me, it's fire. I believe, as I said before, that fire ignites something, it intensifies something, it builds up, it destroys, it does all of that. So I believe with working with the element of fire, that intensifies anything that you're trying to manifest. And that's our whole goal, is to bring what we want into the tangible world here. So for me, using fire, or the representation of fire, and with the manifestation, is the ultimate, I believe it's the ultimate element that you can use. So we're going to talk about that. But the first thing that one thing I did want to talk about first is, prior to about manifestation, is the universe responds to our energy. So when you are deciding on that you're going to manifest something, your vessel, which is your mind, your body, and your spirit, you want it to be aligned, because the universe responds to your energy. So if you are operating in the energy of fear or doubt or worry or stress or anxiety, you're not going to be clear in your mind, clear in your body, and clear in your spirit to properly manifest. What would probably typically happen is one or two things. Either you'll manifest something, and if you're manifesting it in a stressful situation, you're under stress, you're in fear, you're in doubt, or anything like that, you may ultimately not be able to manifest at all. That's one thing. You may not be able to manifest anything at all. Number two is, you may be able to manifest what you're trying to bring into fruition, but it may not be exactly what you were intending. It may not be, you're not operating at your maximum manifestation level that you could be if you were clear. Now, I understand that we're human beings and we go through things, and everything can't be perfect all the time, but you want to be as clear as you can. You want to be really clear about what you're trying to manifest, the steps that you need to take, and making sure that your mind, your body, and your spirit are in alignment, and you're in a good place here in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit in order to manifest as effectively as you can. So that's the first thing, because the universe responds to our energy. So whatever energies that we're putting out, that's the results that we're going to get back. Everybody understand that? Okay, so making sure that you're operating in the best energy that you can is going to help your manifestation. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to finally get around to talking about the element of fire and manifesting with that. Okay, so I did bring some candles so we can understand exactly what we're doing. Now, the universe uses everything because everything is energy to the universe. So the more that you can give to the universe when you're trying to manifest something, the better. The universe operates on the elements. The universe operates on colors. It operates on words. It operates on what you're speaking and what you're thinking. So everything is a manifestation tool. So you want to use as much as you can to get what you want to manifest. So we're going to talk about the different colors. Now, let's do this one. Now, this is just a regular candle. Buy it at the store. It's nothing fancy. It's just a regular candle. And it really is just a regular candle. So, but what happens is when you're trying to manifest something and you want to use the energy of fire, it is what you put into this candle. And I mean, as far as your energy, your thoughts, your essence, your spirit. And there's also herbs and oils and things that you can put into this candle that spiritually represent something that you're trying to draw to yourself. Okay. Color is another thing that we use when we're trying to manifest, because you want to give as much representation to the thing that you're trying to manifest as possible. You're trying to give an order to the universe, and you want to make it very clear to the universe what you're trying to manifest. Okay. So basically, usually when people start their manifestation process, they want to manifest money. Nothing wrong with that. They want to manifest money. So, and sometimes love. So they want to manifest money and love. So there's certain things that you can do that will help this along. So when we think about money, so I'm going to do the primary colors on the candles. So we have a green candle. We have a red candle. I consider this gold, and we'll talk about this in just a second, but I consider this gold. So just keep in mind, this is a gold candle. This is a blue candle. And then we have a white candle. So, first things first, we're going to talk about this green candle. So typically when people start manifesting, they want to manifest money. Nothing wrong with that. They want to manifest prosperity. They want to manifest abundance. Nothing wrong with that. So when you see a green candle, first thing that people think of when they see a green candle is it's a representation of money, which is true. It represents money. And that's why when we're doing candles for manifestation and you're trying to manifest abundance and prosperity, you would use a green candle. It also represents growth. So I would say anything that you were trying to grow, you would use a green candle for. If you were trying to grow a business or grow an idea or grow a relationship, you would use a green candle because green represents growth. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Yes? No? Maybe so? So green represents growth. The next candle we're going to talk about is the red candle. And of course, red, automatically you think about love. And good. You would think about love. Usually with the red candle, you're thinking about a passionate love. Red represents lust. Red represents intensity. So you don't always have to use a red candle for love, but it's primarily what its use is for love. But if it's anything that has to do with something that you're putting your passion into, something that you want to put an intensity behind that you want to manifest, you could use a red candle because it represents intensity. It represents passion. It represents love. when it comes to love, it's usually going to be like romantic love, or it represents a relationship that's already established that you could use this for. But it's anything that you want to put passion and desire into. Okay. The next one is the gold candle. Now, sometimes it's kind of hard to find a true gold candle like this. So I always say just find the most yellow candle that you can, because you can find some candles that are kind of pale yellow. But if you can find the most yellow candle, it represents gold. So the next candle is gold. So gold represents success. Also, gold represents good fortune. So whereas you could use a green candle for money, you can also use a gold candle for money, because it represents good fortune, but it represents success. So anything that you were trying to have a successful outcome in, you could use it for, again, you could use it for business. You could use it if you were a student and you were taking a test or something and you wanted a successful outcome to that. Anything that you wanted to put a level of success on, you can use a gold candle. But again, just try to find the most yellow candle that you can find, and that will do. The next candle is the blue candle. And blue represents healing and calming. And you'll find that they use a lot of blues in therapy, because it is a very calming color. So when I think of a blue candle, I think of healing. Like if you wanted to heal your body. If you had a situation where you had an ongoing illness or something and you were trying to heal something in your body, you could also use it to heal a relationship, because blue brings a calming relationship. A calming effect over relationships. It also can be lit like in your home, just to bring a calm in your home. So when you think of blue, you think of calming, you think of healing. It heals relationships, whether it be romantic or familiar relationships or friendships. It just puts a healing aspect on. So blue represents healing. The last one is going to be our white candle. And typically you're going to use a white candle for spirituality. It represents spirituality. If you were trying to connect more with your spiritual side, or you were trying to connect with your ancestors, or, you're trying to raise your vibrations and, raise the energy, your spiritual energy, you would use a white candle. But also white is a universal color, which means if you didn't have the color that what you wanted to correspond with what you were trying to manifest, just say, for instance, you wanted to manifest money and you did not have a green candle, and for whatever reason you could not find a green candle, you can use a white candle as a substitute for any color candle. The only candle color that I would probably not substitute it for is a black candle. But we're not going to talk about that. If you're doing something that needs a black candle, then you need to use a black candle. That would be the only candle color that I would say don't use that for. But it can be a substitute for any other color candle, and it will work just fine. Now, keep in mind, there are an abundance of colors in candles that represent different things. You can go on Google and just put in, candle colors for spiritual meanings, and it will give you a whole list of different colors that and it'll tell you what they represent. But these are just kind of like your primary colors. So we got our white, we got our yellow, we got our red, our blue is for healing, and our green is for money. So at this point, I'm gonna stop and see if anyone has any questions about the color correspondence of these candles. Or why we use certain colors for certain things. Anybody have any questions? No questions? No? Okay. All right. Well, moving on. Okay. So now that we've defined our primary colors and what they mean, we're also going to take it a step further, because if you did not know, certain herbs and certain oils have certain spiritual properties in them that will help with your manifestation. So what we're going to do is, I have a few herbs here that we're going to look at that I consider my money drawing herbs. So we're going to look at that in the sense of this green candle. So again, Google is always going to be your friend. I don't know every meaning for every herb in the world, so I sometimes have to go to Google, but I know some basic ones and what they do. So we're going to use the example that we're trying to manifest some money tonight, because we all need some money. And there are certain herbs that you will use that manifest, that bring forth money. The first one we're going to look at is our bay leaves. This is a bay leaf. You can get this at any grocery store, farmer's market. It doesn't have to be fresh. It doesn't have to be organic. You can, get the ones that are in the package. It's all about representation. Okay, so you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff. It's about the energy that you're putting into it. Okay, so these are bay leaves. Now, and I have mine all set up, and I put down here what they represent. So bay leaves, they attract good luck, they attract money, they attract love, and they attract abundance. So this would be something, if I was trying to manifest money and abundance and prosperity, I would use bay leaves. Okay. The next thing that I would probably use is basil. Everybody can see that? Basil. This is what it looks like. Again, you can get this at the grocery store. It's not nothing special that I went and got. You can just get it at the grocery store. And basil attracts money. It attracts love. You can also use it for purification. So if you were trying to purify a space or purify your body, you can use it in a spiritual bath, or purify your new home, or whatever you were trying to do, or raise your vibration spiritually. You could use basil. It's also a banishment. So to banish is to get rid of something. You can use it for that. So a lot of herbs have multi-uses to them, and it also brings good luck. So of course, if I was trying to attract some money, I would use basil, and it attracts luck. So if you were like somebody that went to the casino or something, you would probably want to use some basil. So this is your basil. Another good one is cinnamon. Now you can use the cinnamon powder, or you could use the cinnamon sticks. It doesn't really matter, because cinnamon is for good luck, it's for money, it's for abundance, it's prosperity, it's for love, and it's an attraction herb. So spiritually, it's to attract anything. So it can attract money, it can attract love, it can attract good health or good wealth. You would use it as a representation of an attraction herb, but I like to use the cinnamon sticks. I just like the sticks, but you can use the powder. There's no rules to this. It's whatever resonates with you, or whatever you're drawn to, you use it, because it comes down to your energy and what you're putting into it. I can't, tell you it's right or wrong, because there's no such thing as being right or wrong, in manifestation. But it's whatever's in your heart, whatever's in your spirit and your desire. I just like the cinnamon sticks, and that's what I use, the cinnamon sticks. Now, for me, if I was doing this, I want some peace to my money. I want my money to come in peaceful. I want some calm over my finances. I don't want stress over my finances. So for me, I would be spiritually drawn to use chamomile. Chamomile. And chamomile can be used for protection, because I do want protection over my money, purification, for calming a situation, for good luck with gambling. So if we have some casino folks or some lottery scratch-off folks, this is good luck with gambling. And chamomile is good for peace of mind, because it's for calming, because you have people that drink chamomile tea. Chamomile tea, it helps calm them down. But I would use it for my money, because I don't want any issues with my money. I don't want stress with my money. I don't want, my money just to be going out more than it's coming in. I just want peace over that. So I would use chamomile. Now, you can find chamomile, and it's probably going to look like this, in the store. Or what I do is, since I travel a lot, and there's a lot of tea in my hotel room, most of the time there's chamomile tea. I just take the chamomile tea out of the hotel and just take it out of the little package and just put it in my little thing here. So I pretty much get the chamomile for free. So see, you love chamomile. It's very calming. So don't you want you want some peace over your money? You don't want to be stressed out over your money. My thing is, when you are sitting here and you're trying to figure out what will be good for you in your situation, look at what the herbs represent and try to tailor it to your situation. Now, who wouldn't want peace over their finances? So if that's what you want and that's what you're going to put out to the universe, then put some chamomile in there. There's probably a million other herbs that do, that can do the same thing, but this is the one that I like because I get it at the hotel for free. So this is kind of the one that I like. So, and again, there's you don't have to do any of this, because just the candle and your intentions is fine. That's enough. That's enough. Just your intentions in the candle is fine. But sometimes you want to, in your spirit, go a little bit further. And you want to give the universe a little bit more to work with. And you want to put a little bit more energy behind what you're trying to manifest. Then this is what you would do then. There's also oils that you can use. Now, if you didn't want to do any of this, because, this could get expensive trying to purchase all of this. You didn't want to do any of this, you could do the same thing with oils. What you could do is you can make yourself a money drawing oil, which I make. This is my money drawing oil. Okay. I put all the things in it, in my money drawing oil, that represent money. And this is what I use, is my money drawing oil. So I could just easily use the oil on my candle. Or I could use the herbs on my candle. Or I can use them both. It just depends on how I feel about the situation. So I could do that. Also, I make sure that I put a representation of what this oil is, because I want the universe to always have the energy of what this is. So I found some little play money and I taped to here, because I want that energy to constantly be flowing into this oil. I want the universe to know that, this is, I'm putting in here, I'm putting my energy, I'm putting my essence into this. This is what I'm expecting out of this, abundance. I'm expecting peace for my money. I'm expecting all of that. I'm praying over this constantly, and to bring those types of things to fruition. Another thing that you could also do is you want to give color and light to your candle. So another thing that I like to do is I like to put glitter in it. You put a little bit of glitter in it. If I'm trying to work with something to love, I put a little bit of red glitter in it. If my money is the green glitter, and I usually use the gold on all of them, because I want success over this thing that I'm trying to manifest. Another thing as far as the manifestation process is the words that we write. You don't necessarily have to do this. Once you have your candle and you can speak life into it and what you're trying to manifest. But I like to take things a step further, and I believe that there's energy in the words that we write. So I personally just use a brown piece of paper bag. Okay, this is just something back the ancestors used to use. So if it was good enough for them, it's good enough for me. And I use a brown paper bag. But I try to use the ink that corresponds with what I'm trying to manifest. If it's money, I try to use a green Sharpie. If it's love, red. I may not necessarily have a yellow marker, but I'll use like a black marker. I mean, a black pen or something like that. But, get as creative as you want to. Now, when you're writing and then when you're speaking something into existence, you have to be mindful of the words that you're saying, because you're going to speak life over this. You're going to speak life into this. And you have to be very clear about what you're saying. You never want to put out into the universe, there's certain words that you don't want to use. You don't want to say, because we're going to keep on the thing of money. You never want to say or write, I need money, because the universe will keep you in a constant state of need. You never want to say, I wish I had, because the universe will keep you in a constant state of wishing. You want to speak it as if it is already happened. So typically, the words that I use when I'm trying to manifest, financial abundance is, and this may sound crazy, but this is what I use. I will write down, I am a money magnet. Money finds me. My bank account overflows abundantly. All my financial needs and wants are already met. I speak it and write it as it's already done. Because that's the energy that you need to put out to the universe. The universe doesn't respond to wish and want and things of it doesn't respond to, I don't even know how to describe the words of what that is, but it responds to where you are now. What is it that you're trying to manifest? I need you to be in it now. That's how the universe, and it responds to your energy. If you are putting something out and you have doubt about what you're putting out, the universe is going to respond with doubt, because you're not 100% clear. You're not saying that, I know that this is going to happen. This is already done. So you, again, like we said before, you can't operate in manifestation in fear and anxiety and doubt. You have to know that this is already done. And you're doing all these things to elevate that energy that you're putting out there, to let the universe know that I know that you are capable of giving me what I want, and this is what I'm going to do on my part. Now, okay, we got my soapbox with that. So now, we got all the candles done. We got everything. We're about to put everything in the candle. We've decided that we have what night we're going to do it. I would always typically say, if you are trying to manifest something, you should do it close to the new moon. If you can't do it on the new moon, the 3 days prior to the new moon and the 3 days after the new moon are the strongest times. So you want to do it around the new moon. So get into your calendar or Google it and find out when the next new moon is. I think it's later this month. But if you want to manifest something new and for a new beginning, and you're planting your seeds of intention for something, you want to do it around the new moon. Good energy 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. So if you can kind of like time it around that, you're giving yourself, more of a boost. But you can do it at any time. But I'm just saying that's typically the best time to do it. So I'm going to stop right here and see if we have any questions. Anybody have any questions? Because I know I can start rambling on and don't give you time to process everything. So does anybody have any questions or want me to go over anything that we've talked about so far? Yes? No? Are we good? Okay, I guess we're good because nobody's saying anything. Okay, so I'm going to do like on those cooking shows where, they tell you about something, but okay. Okay, so Alicia has a good question. So is it okay to do it around the full moon? It is okay to do it anytime you feel, or anytime that you have time to do it. It's a good time. The only reason that I tell you at certain times during the month is because the energy is better at certain times during the month. Typically for a new moon, that's when the moon is at its darkest. And that's when, you know how you actually plant a real seed when you're planting something in a pot? You're putting it in the dirt and it's dark and you don't know what the seed is. You're just putting it in with the hopes that what you're planting is going to come to sprout. That's the same thing with the moon. The moon is at its darkest at the new moon. So what you're doing is you're putting this out to the universe, what you want. The energy is at its highest at that time. for you to have a new beginning. And that's why I just kind of say that it is better, but there's no rule to it. It is better to do it around that. Now, for the full moon typically is for things that you're trying to get rid of, or things that you're trying to banish out of your life would be better for around the full moon. But again, I'm not going to try to tie your hands and tell you that you have to do it around that time. You do it when the spirit says that you need to do it, and you do it when you have the time. I mean, because we're all busy. We can't sit around here and just be honest with you, we can't sit around here and plan our lives around a moon cycle. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. I'm just saying those are better times that you could do it there. So just think of this. The new moon is for starting something. The full moon is for ending something. And again, with the full moon, the energy is highest 3 days prior, the day of, and 3 days after. So I hope that answers your question. But don't tie your hands to that. I'm just suggesting a better time for you. So if you wanted to grow your money and you wanted to, let's do it around the new moon. Let's try to do it around the new moon. So we got this candle. We have all these herbs and oils. We wrote down our petition. We got all of this going here. And we want to do this. And we're on the new moon. We're feeling good. You know, we've said what we had to say. We've set our intentions for it. This is what your candle will look like. Now, this is one that's already been done. And it typically will look like this. I hope you can see it. It will look like this. I got some tape over this. Can you see it? Maybe I should take the tape off. Let me take the tape off and see if I can get you a better view of this. All right. I think I can take the tape off. Now, this is one I've already done. I've already done this one. So this is what it looks like. So it has everything in there. Everything you need. Okay. At this point, it's still just a candle. It's still just a candle because it hasn't been lit. So you got everything in there. Now let's be practical here. You are still working with fire. I don't care how spiritual you think you are. I don't care how much magic you think you possess or whatever the situation is. This is still fire, and this is still an element, okay? And I don't know too many people that can handle fire. Fire is something that's untamable. So let's practice fire safety. A lot of times you're going to have to trim your wick down because the wick is a little bit long. So, you might want to trim your wick down. And when you have your oils and herbs in here, you may want to try to make sure that they're not touching the wick. So you may have to kind of push them a little bit away from the wick because you don't want them, because they could ignite. It's simple as that. They could ignite. This is fire. And you put some, foreign objects into this candle and they can set ablaze. So let's practice fire safety, because I don't want you to come back and say, you lit this candle and it went to blaze and it burned down your house and then you try to blame me. No. We're going to use common sense here and practice fire safety. So, a well-ventilated area. You want to light your candle. Light your candle. Sit with your candle a few minutes. You don't have to sit with it all night. You don't have to do any of that. But you want to meditate. You want to put your energy into this. You want to make sure that you have lit this flame, which is going to be, I feel like the flame is like it's like a telegraph, or it's like I guess we could use a text message, or, it's going to send the message to the universe through this fire, through this element, through this intense element. And you want to kind of sit there and you want to meditate on it. And you want to put your energy into it. And you want to put your essence into it. You want to do all of that. Okay, now there's one thing that I did skip. Now, you could put You could put, if you really wanted to like get real deep off into it, you could put like a bodily fluid in there. Okay. Now I know that sounds nasty, but you could put like your spit in there if you wanted to, because you kind of like spit in there. And that's like putting your essence into this candle and personalizing this candle. Whatever body fluid you want to, because you know there's sex magic, you could put whatever you want to put into it. That's up to you. Whatever bodily fluid you want to put in there. But you don't have to do that. That's just kind of like something that just kind of like takes it to a different level. So if you feel like you want to, you may want to spit in it and put your essence in there or whatever you want to use. Exactly. You are putting your DNA in this candle. You are putting it in this candle. I mean, it can't get no more personal than that, than you putting your own DNA into this candle. Exactly, Pam. Exactly. But you don't have to do that. Just your energy alone, just you speaking into it alone is going to give it all the intensity it needs. Now, you're going to light your candle. Now, the goal for the candle is that it burns continuously. That is the goal. However, that is not practical sense because we have to leave. We have to leave our homes. And again, I want us to practice fire safety. I understand that we are magical spiritual beings and we feel like we can do anything. But again, this is fire. So as much as we would like for our candle to burn continuously and burn all the way down, it's not feasible because you have to leave the house. Now, if you have to leave and you're going to be gone for an extended period of time and you don't feel comfortable with leaving your candle burning, just by itself, you never blow a candle out. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. But that's just what I was taught. You do not blow a candle out. You have to snuff it out. So what you do is, I don't know if you have a snuffer at home, or you could take like a metal top or any kind of metal lid or a plate and put it over the top of this candle and let the candle extinguish itself. Do not blow this candle out. Do not do that. And now that's a rule. Now that is a rule. Now I know I said there was really no rules, but that's a rule. Do not blow the candle out. Please snuff it out. Just whatever you put on the top and let it just go out. And then when you come back and you want to relight your candle, you don't have to do no big ceremony. Relight the candle, set your intentions again, and just do that. Now, if you've blown your candle out, I'm not saying that you've done it wrong, but just don't blow it out again. Just make sure that when you relight it, you set your intentions again. Okay? Everybody understand that? So we have any questions so far? Because I don't want to hold y'all up too long. So any questions? Oh, your petition. You know what? I forgot to tell you what to do with this. Once you've written out your petition, if you decide you want to write out a petition, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a brown piece of paper. Whatever piece of paper you have is fine. It doesn't matter. Don't get hung up on that, on what you don't have. Once you write your petition out, you can do one or two things with this petition. You can take this petition and there is another rule. I keep saying there's no rules, but there is some rules. When you write your petition out and you are trying to draw something to you, like I want to draw money to me, or I want to draw love to me, and I have written it out on this petition, there's a certain way I want you to fold it. Anything that you want to draw to you, you fold this petition towards you. When you fold it towards you, because I want to draw this into me. So I'm folding it towards you. There's a certain way I want you to turn it too. Turn it clockwise. Anytime you're drawing something to you, you're going to turn it clockwise. And then I'm going to fold it back into me again. And then I'm going to turn it clockwise. And you don't have to fold it this small, but however many times you want to fold it. There's no rule to how many times you want to fold it. I just want you to fold it towards you and turn it clockwise when you're trying to draw something to you. And the opposite goes if you're trying to get rid of something. Like if you're trying to get rid of a relationship and you're trying to banish that away, I want you to fold it away from you and turn the purple counterclockwise. Okay, write that down because that is a rule. Yeah, that's a rule. Okay, to draw in, fold it towards you clockwise to push something away or banish something away. Fold it away from you and turn it counterclockwise. Okay, so once you folded it, and it doesn't have to be this small. There's no, you don't have to fold it this small. Just say, for instance, I folded it like this. You can do whatever you want to do with this petition. You can attach it with a piece of string around it to here. Don't put it up here because I don't want it to set on fire. I don't want you to set it on fire. You can put it on here. You could put it underneath. You can sit it on top. You can sit it beside you, beside the candle or whatever. It's basically just it's symbolic. That's all it is. So however you want to put this petition, or where you want to put it, or you can carry it around with you. That's just up to you. Now, any questions before I go any further? Okay, so you've done the candle, you've let it burn all the way down, and it burnt itself out. What do you do with the glass? Whatever you want to do with it. Because at this point, the work is done. It's released to the universe. The work is done. You can just throw it away. Some people do a big old ceremony for it, and I used to do that. Then I realized you don't need to do all that. You can just throw it in the trash. You can just throw it away because it's done. It's nothing more to it. It's empty now. It's nothing to it. But what I also want you to do is you don't have to do this every day. But as the candle is burning down, you may want to just check in on it, pray over it, say whatever meditation you want to say over it. Just occasionally kind of check in on it, because when it comes down to it, the candle the candle is giving you something to put your energy into, giving you something to focus, giving you something that's going to keep you focused on the goal that you want to do. Your energy is what's going to manifest. Your energy is what's going to manifest whatever it is you want. This is just going to help keep you focused. This is going to, just give you that energy that you need to stay focused on whatever it is that you're trying to focus on. So you're using it again as a tool of manifestation. But the energy and the magic and how this is going to happen is coming from you. It really is coming from you. We're using this as a representation. We're using this as a tool to help. It does help. I'm telling you, it does help. Now this time I'm not gonna. It really does help. Now, say for instance, you say, "Oh, that's just all fine and dandy. This is all wonderful. I feel like this is something that resonates with me. But I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to buy all these herbs. I'm not going to go out and buy all these oils. I'm not going to sit down here on I'm not going to sit down here and do all of this and do all this work and put this all together. I'm not going to do that. Well, let me tell you how I can help you. I can do it for you. I can put your candle together for you. Get you the proper color, get you the proper herbs, fix it all up, tape it all up for you, ship it to you, you get it. The important thing is that you put your energy into it. I can make it up for you. I can put everything that you need inside of here. Everything, every herb that you're going to need to draw in what you want. Every oil that you're going to need to draw in what you want. You just tell me what you need. I send it to you. It doesn't become the tool and the vessel, and it doesn't come alive until you put your energy into it. So you don't have to do all this. I can do that for you. And you can do that when you visit my store, my little Etsy store, and I can custom make a candle for what you need. Okay? So you don't have to worry about this. I can do this for you. You're just going to receive it, and you're going to decide when you want to put your energy to it, when you want to light it, when you want to do all that. I'll take care of all of the rest of that. So, we're doing good. We got about 20 more minutes. Does anyone have any questions? I know y'all got some questions. Anybody have any questions? Come on, come on, come on. Anybody have any questions? I know we covered a lot and I rambled a lot and I tried to stay on task, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. I did the best I could, and I think I covered the basics. So, anybody have any questions? Hey, Shane. Hi. I'm glad I kept y'all attention this long. No questions? Nobody? If you don't have any questions, either I explained everything really good or I confused you really good and you don't even really know what to ask me. So, I'm going to light my incense. I'm going to give y'all a chance, and I'm going to light my incense real quick. Oh, it smells good. Oh, let's color in here. Oh yeah, you can watch it another time. I'm gonna leave it up so you can go back and anybody can go back and watch it anytime they need to. So have any questions? No? Did I totally confuse you guys, or did I make it as clear as mud? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I'm so glad I communicated that well and everybody got it. Okay, so we're going to do a little test. I'm going to ask you, see if anybody was paying attention. The gold candle, what does this represent, and when would you use this? Somebody give me an answer. When would you use the gold candle? When would you use a gold candle? Well, thank you, Simone. I'm so glad you received it all. Somebody let me know. When would you use a gold candle? Oh, perfect. You're exactly right. Success. When we're going to use our blue candles. Yes. Also, keep in mind like I said, on the color of the candles, they are not set in stone. So if you have a situation or something that you're trying to manifest, and there's another kind of color candle that resonates with you, or you feel drawn to for whatever reason, use that. You need to go by what your energy is telling you. You go about what your energy is telling you. Don't go by what anybody else is telling you. This is all about you. This is your unique experience. This is your unique manifestation. So if you trying to manifest money and you say a red candle resonates with you and this is what you're going to use, well, this is what you use. This is what you're going to use. My white candles. What can we use a white candle for? White candles are the best. They are the best. And we do not reuse candles. So do not use an old candle. When you starting something new, you use a brand new candle. But like I said, I can do these candles for you. Everything. Yeah. Everything except for black. I would not use, if I had to use anything for a black candle, first of all, y'all shouldn't be using black candles anyway. You just don't use it for a black candle. You can use it for anything. Increase your vibrations. Excellent. Absolutely. There is no, if you're going to use your herbs in your candles, There's no set amount that you have to use. Whatever you feel like you want to use in it is fine. I have a tendency to put sometimes too many herbs in mine, but that's me. Also, I forgot to show you guys. I don't know if any of you noticed, I have my money drawing oil now on my Etsy store. This stuff is good. So there is the oil, and it has cinnamon sticks and basil and all kinds of herbs and essential oils in it. It's on my Etsy store if you'd like to purchase it. You can use it in your candles. You could use it on your hands, because I use mine on my hands. Another thing that I use it for is, like, if I have a little hand lotion in a little container, I will pour a little bit into my hand lotion and mix it up. So every time I put my hand lotion on, I'm putting my vibration of money drawing into my hands with my little oil. You can anoint the money in your wallet, because it's all about the energy. If you have an altar where you keep your candles and your money candle, you can anoint your altar. You just want to keep this vibration all around you all the time, and it smells good, and it is on my Etsy store, and I am selling this also, so you can have your own and keep it in your purse, give it as a gift or whatever you want to do. I have that. And again, I think we're going to wrap this up. I am so happy that you guys joined me. I appreciate you hanging around with me tonight. We're going to do these lives again. I'm going to get a lot better on the content, on how everything flows. But thank you so much for being patient with me tonight. If you have any questions, you can definitely inbox me or put the question and on this live, because this live is going to stay up on my page, so you can always refer back to the live. Again, if you are in need of my services as far as putting together any candles for you, please visit my Etsy store and let me know. Oh, you're fantastic too. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Again, if you're needing my services and you'd like a candle for anything that you need, where it's a candle for your business, you're trying to find a job, you're trying to manifest new love, you're trying to bring passion back to your current relationship, I got you. Go on to the store, purchase your candle, send me a message and let me know what exactly it is you're trying to manifest, so I can make sure I have the proper herbs and oils to put into that candle, and I will ship it to you. And all you have to do is put your energy into it. You may want to put a little bit of your DNA into it to personalize it. You may want to write out a petition, do whatever you need to. And if you have any questions later on about writing your petition or what you're supposed to say on it, inbox me. I'll try to help you as much as possible on that. But you don't. When you're writing a petition, you don't have to make no long, drawn-out story. The universe don't want to hear all of that. Just get to the basics of it. That's it. So make sure you visit my store. Get my money drawing oil, because this stuff works. I'm telling you, it works. And thank you so much for spending your Friday with me. Y'all have blessings, good health, good wealth, abundance, peace, love, and light. And I just love each and every one of you. And have a great weekend. Bye-bye.